What's going on, guys? This is the new plate from Starlight Studios to replace the red plate, which I destroyed getting off because one of the screws was stripped. So this is the red plate from the Master Morpher, been replaced with the green plate. Well, I guess it's a Legacy Morpher technically, but I'm making a Master Morpher. So, you'll notice that this is not translucent all the way. What I did was I actually spray painted the back of this with a yellow, and that way it retains a little bit of translucence, but at the same time, it has that green pop. So if you put the plates back over it, it has that sort of chroma key look in the hole still. Now, the big issue people are having is these little black guys here, and in the opposite corner, they don't stick out all the way. So when you get them in there, you can see you might want to go in and Dremel a little bit and cut some extra space. There is a method for making this work and making it so it holds the coins, because the coins haven't been sticking. See how this one sticks out really far? If you were to flip this over, this piece is just a little black guy with an L bracket on the end of it, and then a little piece sticks inward. All you got to do is take one out, put it between your pliers, hit it with a heat gun, and just bend it, so from a right angle, bend it out just a little bit so that piece sticks out a little bit. Only do it with one. There's a gentleman on Facebook who gave me this advice, and I'm going to post his information in the bottom, but CosplayUno, essentially. And he said, only do one of these. If you do both of these, hitting the little button to knock the coin out won't work anymore. So if I put Draken back in, I'll slide it in underneath the one that sticks out a bunch and then pop it in. And it's in there. And now it stays in just fine. And this is a Starlight coin as well. And it pops right out. So you'll notice I have a bunch of Draken coins. I have a clear one. So I molded my Starlight and made a bunch extras for me personally. I don't sell them. You buy a Starlight one and make your own damn mold. But if you want many coins for many different reasons, you make a mold and you do your own. I like this particular version because it's a clear resin cast of the coin, and you can color it as you want. This was just an experiment I did. I didn't tint the resin. I literally just colored it with a highlighter after I made a casting, and I was originally going to put it in my Master Morpher, so it's like a Lord Draken Energy Blast. I also was considering putting this decorative shield behind it in the background to see how that looked. That didn't look so good, so we got rid of that. But long and short is that is the way to modify your buttons so that the coins will hold. So if you have more questions, reach out to CosplayUno. We're going to have a link to his Facebook in my profile. All right, so the plates are back on now. So as you can see, it still works. If you're wondering about spray painting it on the back with a nice light coat of yellow, if you're still going to have any lights and sounds, the lights will still show through a little bit. If you have questions about putting green LEDs in instead of the red, I'm going to tell you right now, the green LED, you can replace the red LEDs with green LEDs. It's actually a really easy solder to replace the LEDs. What is a bitch is that you have to add extra resistors, because the green color requires a different level of electric current resistance than the reds, which means you have to solder in and find a new place for like 4 different resistors. There is a guy on Facebook who does that. He's in the Power Rangers Buy Trade Sell group. I'm going to try to find his info and put it here as well. But if you want green, you're going to have to just send that out, and he's going to send a circuit board. He'll do the whole mod, or just send your whole morpher. He will not just sell you the parts. And it's also a bitch. You don't want to do that unless you have electrical engineering background. So you cannot just simply swap out the LEDs. You have to change the resistance. So my recommendation is have someone do that. Otherwise, the red lights will pop through, and it's pretty nice. But as you can see, if you get some light in here, it does sort of have that chroma key look, which is good. But then when you pop it open, you get some of the detail and the look from the actual morpher itself. And if you want to color your screw green, you can do that. And then, so that's why I painted the back and not the front. Plus, these plates are not going to scratch my paint job, which is nice. So I get the translucency, I get a little bit of depth, but at the same time, I get that chroma key look. And then the best part is now with that little modification with the heat gun, the coins fit again, and then you pop them out. So that's the best part of this little mod in this video. So if you want your ultimate Starlight Studios modification to work. You're going to have to bend those little black guys. Just one guy. Just one, and it'll hold true. And I recommend painting the back of your green, if you're going to paint it at all, to give it that chroma key look. The coloring they chose is perfect if you back it with a yellow. So if you want to leave it, leave it. If you want to color it, paint the back yellow. As far as labels, these are my own custom ones that I did in Adobe Illustrator. So, that was my dog. These are not the BD15s or whatever, and this is just black electrical tape cut to size. So, obviously, you can do your BD15 decals and get the really good ones, and Starlight plates, Starlight green backer, and you get a perfectly good master morpher. I did not use a morpher from the movie collection. I like those plates. I kept those. I made my cracked Draken morpher for my belt. I painted the back myself with a little rub and buff and a little shoe polish, and I liked the multicolor, so I kept it. So, but like I said, it's a really easy mod to do, and you get a really nice looking master morpher. So, any questions, reach out to CosplayUno, and keep an eye out on the Power Ranger forums for all the people doing the various mods with this guy. So, the other thing you might notice is a little harder to click this shut. You have to really squeeze it to hear the click to get the plates in. You can also grind the plate edges down if you have a problem with that. I don't recommend that because then they're going to be silver once the plating is exposed, but you can go over that with a little gold rub and buff just to edge it. Nobody's going to know. So a little grind, little Dremel. I'm actually going to do that now just so it closes a little tighter. And you're ready to rock and roll.